So today I will be rating more Christmas movies. The first one is going to be A Bad Mom's Christmas. This is a great movie because it makes you think like a mom. I have to say this movie gets me angry in some scenes, but I still think it's awesome. Personally, the grandmas are my least favorite characters and I like Carla. I must say, this movie has the weirdest romantic scenes. So, if you are willing to watch it, you'll need to be prepared for that. It has sexual humor, so if you're not into that, I suggest you watch something else. Personally, I'm not the biggest fan of sexual humor, but this one is one of the few movies I like with it. Also, the plot is really interesting. 8 out of 10. Alvin and the Chipmunks? A Christmas movie? Yes. This movie has scenes with snow and they celebrate Christmas with the bald guy being Santa. My favorite chipmunk is Theodore, although personality wise, people would most likely say I'm like Alvin. The plot is really good because it teaches you to value everything you have before it's taken.
Dane is literally so hot. Like extra points for that.
Forgive my sister. Anyways, I give it an 8 out of 10. Christmas with a Prince. This is an interesting movie, although it has a really bizarre plot. I got to say, the plot is genius and I like it even if it's bizarre. I like the characters and that's good because I don't remember any character that made me yell F you. Sure, its logic is a bit questionable, but everything else is good. 7 out of 10. Barbie, A Perfect Christmas. This is a nostalgic movie for me. I watched it every Christmas when I was a kid. I actually like how the sisters look and react to each other. They feel like real sisters, which is good. I like the chaos and the unclarified details. The outfits are also really good looking, and I've got to say, it's a really good movie to watch with your sisters. Let's not forget the songs. The songs are so goddamn good. 8 out of 10. You Are My Home. This is a movie that feels guilty to watch since it shows you the reality of deportation. I like most characters because they have layers and they get more interesting as the story goes on. I can't say the same thing about the protagonist. The plot is a difficult thing since no one really likes to see people getting deported, but it's interesting. I like how they showed the new life of the girl. I would consider this movie a one time watch since it brought out so many emotions that I rather not feel. 5 out of 10. Love Heart is a great movie. I really liked the main characters. The plot is original because it teaches you to not be scared of being yourself. It also shows you the world of online dating in a Christmas movie, which I haven't seen before. The romance scenes are really good and I overall really recommend watching it. 8 out of 10. Christmas Inheritance. I like this movie because it gives you a typical celebrity, then it humbles her and makes her better. The plot could be better since it's quite simple, but I still like it. I want to talk about the main romance from the movie. It feels out of place since the protagonist is extroverted and the pair is the most introverted character I've seen in a Christmas movie. They feel more like friends rather than a couple. I wouldn't watch it every Christmas, but I recommend watching. 6 out of 10. A Night for Christmas. There's a lot about this movie that I like. Let's talk about the characters. I love how Circle was introduced. I also like how he grew as the movie progressed. I can say the same for Vanessa Hudgens' character. She's called Brooke. Both characters do so well to be interesting and to create an interesting romance. Every romance scene in this movie is good and wholesome. I also like the jokes from the movie. My favorite scene is when they put Alexa in the freezer, and my favorite quote is when Circle says, "Stop talking in riddles, old crone." I love the outfits Brooke wore in the movie since it made her look drop dead gorgeous. I also recommend watching 9 out of 10. The Polar Express. This movie is not bad, but it has so many elements that make no sense whatsoever. The girl from the movie is called Hero Girl, yet she never did anything heroic. The fact that the only one that can see the homeless man is the protagonist, or hear the jingle bell. Of course, the jingle bell could only be heard by people that believed in Santa, but still, I like the animation for the movie because it made me believe it was a live action movie for years. The characters are okay, but the scene with the waiters bringing hot cocoa, absolute perfection. This movie made me rage when the jingle bell was lost. 5 out of 10. Santa Girl. So you see, I liked the movie, but I have to admit it's cringe. The protagonist is nothing special, but I liked Jack Frost since he made memes. The plot is not original at all, but I can accept it. It's just okay. 5 out of 10. And that right there was the second part of my video rating Christmas movies. So, yeah, that's all for today, and we hope you have the best jolly season ever and Happy New Year.